What is up, guys? It is the second episode of Maverick Hockey Live podcast. I am the host, Marissa Voss, and this is going to be a podcast, obviously, where we have a lot of guests on, and we have some speakers, maybe some commissioners, coaches, players. Last weekend, we had Parker Toomey, Mark Michaelis, and then we had Nick Rivera, Charlie Gerard. We have him, Josh French, and Ian Scheid. So, here we go. Let's just jump into it. We got some quick Q&As right now to get to know you guys, get to know me as well. So, I'm going to shout them out and just jump on in. We've got favorite place to eat. Like, anywhere. Mankato, like, hometowns, like, anywhere.
I'd say Chick-fil-A. Big Chick-fil-A guy,
okay.
So.
All right.
Fogo de Chao.
What is that? I don't even know what that
It's
is.
a
Minneapolis.
Brazilian restaurant in Minneapolis. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow. Never heard of that.
Me either.
I was just there last weekend.
Okay.
I was like,
Nice.
what?
Yeah.
I would go Ocean Air, Minneapolis.
Ocean. I actually have been there. So that's
That's
actually a really good
unbelievable.
place.
Same here, Scheid. Great pick, buddy.
Yeah.
So are
it's
these
huge.
just like nice restaurants and I just picked the fast food?
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
All right,
Burger King?
Chipotle.
It's really good.
Chipotle tops all.
All right, I'll go noodles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
noodles. That's it. I think, like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm with Charlie in this one. I love Taco Bell. Like, that's probably one of my best places to eat, but it like hurts sometimes. But I really like Taco Bell, or like if we're talking like fancy, Boulder Tap House. That's the place to go. So all right, and then we got favorite NHL team.
Columbus Blue Jackets. Gotta go with the Ohio boys.
That hurts.
Have to.
Now, Minnesota Wild.
I'll go hometown.
That's-
Minnesota Wild.
Minnesota Wild. It's you.
Wilds.
We're all staring at you. We're the one who's like, you're out. I actually have family in the Blue Jackets, so we went to a game, Minnesota Wild game against the Blue Jackets. So that was like really fun, but I was super young, so I had no idea what hockey was. So are you guys a morning or night person?
Kind of depends on the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd probably go night because I kind of like get my Netflix shows in and doing that type of deal. So I'd say a night guy.
All right.
Yeah, nighttime for sure.
Night.
I'll go morning.
Are you really?
Yeah, I can do mornings, so.
That's
I had a summer
weird.
job where I woke up at 5 every morning, so it's not too bad once you get a hang of it.
I'm like a night person. Like, I actually am a night person, but I do track here at Bethany, and we have 3 6 a.m. practices a week. That's starting in November going till May. So I have to be a morning person, and it is brutal. So I would love to be a night person, but I'm a morning person by choice. All right, so this is a good one. I'm excited for this one. What is the dumbest way you guys have been injured? And it could be like hockey, not hockey, like whatever. I'll tell you mine. I was wearing Crocs, and I used to live on a golf course, and it was a hill. And I was running. I tripped over myself on the Crocs and broke my collarbone.
Oh.
And and I was like 6th grader. Yeah, that's the dumbest way. So I had to tell people, I was like, yeah, I tripped over myself wearing Crocs. And to this day, I don't wear Crocs because I will do it again. It was horrible.
Yeah, Crocs that's a tough type of shoe.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't they? They're just rubber.
They're literally rubber, and they're not supportive at all. And I was
Yeah.
like running down it. Like, of course I'm going to get injured. Like, I'm
that's
running
not
with
good.
Crocs.
I think I was at a family event one time and we rented out this little room in a restaurant area and we were dancing and I think I didn't sprain my foot, but I kind of tweaked it. I tweaked a little muscle in my foot, so probably just dancing and being goofy.
Yeah.
That's the only one I could really think of as of right now.
I tried opening a can of tuna once, and I didn't know how sharp it was once you opened it. It didn't go very well.
Oh, gosh.
Lesson learned.
That's I think everyone does that though, because I've done the same thing. Even when I was younger, I touched a razor blade, right? And I sliced my finger open, and I had to go to the emergency room. So that was super fun.
I'll go with as a kid, I always tried to be a skateboarder. My brothers were skateboarding.
Shredding.
Yeah.
He was a skater boy.
So I wasn't very good. I hung them up pretty quick, so I'd always fall over and injure myself.
Yeah.
So wasn't a fan.
I went through that same phase, except I was a longboarder, and I thought I was the coolest person, so I would have the longboard and be like, yeah. Well, I was going down a hill, and my brother used it too, so he would loosen up the wheels, right? So it would be more shifty.
Yeah.
And I didn't know he did that, and I went down the biggest hill, and I got I felt
speed
and
wobbles.
Yeah, speed wobbles.
Yes, that's what it's called.
I used to
Those are
longboard in the day.
horrible.
Yeah, I've been there.
I literally road rashed my entire body.
Oh, yeah.
So that was also horrible. So okay. What is your guys' dream car?
Dream car, I'd say Jeep Grand Cherokee. That's my
nice. I
that's
would have
gonna be
picked
my
that.
next car.
Okay.
White
Cool.
with black rims.
Yeah, white with black wheels.
Ooh.
So
Sharp.
hopefully I can get that sometime in the near future. We'll see.
9 months.
9 months, maybe. I'm gonna get one in a year. I would say mine is a little basic, but like a Range Rover.
Okay.
Those are like a white Range Rover is just so sleek, like beautiful.
I'll go with a GMC truck. The Sierra.
Okay. Yeah.
I think those
Okay.
are just clean.
Yeah, they
just
are.
black with nice silver rims, and go hunting with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big hunter.
Yep.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
hunter.
Hunter.
Scheid
Yeah.
went last weekend, the open weekend, right?
Yeah, open.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it was
Do you
fun.
like duck?
Bow hunt, whitetail.
Oh, all right. One of
Yeah.
my boyfriend's roommates, he like hunts like every single weekend, so he like hasn't been in the house like ever because he's just out hunting and like it's like anything. And he like brought home like duck a couple days ago, and it's really weird. You ever had duck?
Yeah, duck's good to
No,
eat.
never had duck.
I've had
It's
it from
good.
a restaurant, not from hunting, but
It's like chewy.
great.
It's like really. It's kind of like steak, but it's like really really chewy.
Huh.
It's really weird, but yeah. Josh, what's your dream
Go
car?
dream car, the one I have, the Civic.
Honda Civic.
Great gas
Honda
mileage.
Civic.
I don't see myself changing, so
I mean,
they
right
last
on?
forever.
Right.
It's a
Last
slick
forever, yeah.
ride. When I see you
Yeah.
coming up to the house, like,
yeah.
you're slick.
You're
Pretty fresh.
slick.
So,
What a guy.
yeah.
So let's see what else I got here. All right. So what is the most interesting place you guys have been?
That's hard for me. I haven't really been anywhere cool, to
No,
be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see. I go to Michigan sometimes with my family, but that's kind of it. Harbor Springs, Michigan.
Okay.
It's way up north.
Yeah.
But that's the only vacation spot I've ever been. So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree. Not much of a vacation family, so
Okay.
I don't know. I've been to Florida to play some golf before. That was pretty fun, but no, not
Oh
much.
yeah, we talked about you in the last podcast. If you guys haven't listened, that basically you're the best golfer on the team.
Whoa. Who's saying this? Who was
All
this?
the guys.
That was-
Nick was like, "Yeah, you can swing the club like Josh, because your dad's like the Titleist rep, right?"
Yes, he is. Yeah.
So that
But,
was definitely, you gotta like go up and be like, "So I heard you're talking about how good you are." Like they're like, "Good Josh is like, I don't want to be out of this."
yeah, well, all those guys in the previous podcast are his roommates. So that might have something to do with him being the best golfer.
So we gotta come in. We gotta do a poll sometimes.
Yeah,
be like,
Charlie's
so who's the
pretty
best
good
golfer?
himself.
Yeah, Charlie is pretty good.
Yeah,
Really?
I
He's
improvements this
He's
year.
really worked on his game this summer.
This summer I picked it up. quite
Oh,
a bit.
okay.
So I'm not gonna reveal my score here. It's pretty decent.
So yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, I'm totally good, but I'm not gonna tell you how good I am. Like it's fine.
I'm decent.
Top 5 on the team for sure. Top 5.
So Ian, what's your most interesting place?
Senior year, we went to Cancun, Mexico for a spring break trip, and that
Oh,
was
yeah.
probably the funnest. First vacation down south. I mean, as a kid, we always went to Canada for hockey trips, so we didn't get to go south for vacation. So going to Mexico was pretty fun.
Yeah, I feel very like blessed is the word I'm gonna say. We go on vacations a lot. So my grandma was a tour guide, a next tour guide. So when we all hit, like me and my two brothers, we hit 15, we could pick anywhere we wanted to go in the world within reason. So I've been to France, and then I've been to Jamaica, Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
A couple of them are like all inclusive, and a couple of them are cruises and then stuff like that. So I'm a huge traveler. But the best place I've been, honestly, would probably be just France, because it was so like a cultural shock and it was awesome. So all right, let's jump into the next question. I like this one because I'm an adrenaline junkie, and I don't know if any of you guys are. So would you rather go skydiving, go whitewater rafting, or bungee jump like off of a bridge?
I mean,
Or neither?
I want to do all three. That
Yeah?
sounds unbelievable. Yeah.
Doesn't that sound awesome?
Scheid, you jump out of a plane.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah.
You wouldn't jump out of a plane?
I don't know. I'm not a big heights guy.
Neither.
I think I would go the
I mean, I don't say
water.
I wouldn't jump right away. I mean, I'm sure I'd have to get nudged by the guy behind me, but I think it'd be fun once you get out there.
I'm with Charlie. I'd be in the water, but no way am I
Yeah.
in a plane or bungee jumping.
Really?
Bungee jumping sketchy because you jump down and you're gonna come back up.
Yeah, that
you know?
is. You're not wrong.
I don't really like that, but yeah, I'd go water for me, I think.
Same
That's scary.
I'm
You're a pretty
Ian.
good swimmer.
I am a good swimmer.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, my dad was a good swimmer back in the day. So.
It's in the genes.
Yeah.
It's all in the genes.
For sure.
I definitely would do. Probably I was with Ian. I'll do all three. But I do agree with like you guys. The bungee jumping is a little bit scary because then there have been stories about going down and then them just snapping.
Snap, yeah.
And then you're like,
You're done.
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah,
So,
it's
but
scary.
no, I definitely would like skydive. There's no way I wouldn't skydive. That would be awesome. So what's your guys' favorite meal? Breakfast, lunch, dinner? And like what do you like to eat if you have it with your favorite meal?
Breakfast.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah. I think it's the easiest to make and probably tastes the best. So.
Yeah.
And I mean, we do just about everything. Hash browns, sweet potatoes, eggs,
sweet
bacon,
potatoes.
breakfast sandwiches. Yeah, I'm big into breakfast.
Okay.
Favorite meal? I'd probably say my mama's spaghetti.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yes.
she's got some good recipes back home, so when she makes that, I get pretty excited.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah, I would go breakfast myself, like
Okay.
Frenchie. I think my mom makes these Belgian waffles that are unbelievable.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so they're pretty tasty.
nice.
I definitely would go with dinner, probably dinner, and I'm a big like chicken girl. Like that's what like I make all the time: chicken with rice, chicken with vegetables, chicken sandwich. So that's probably my favorite meal to go with. I'm not a huge breakfast person. I have like a granola bar. I'm not even kidding. I'm such in a rush all the time and so busy with everything. So I'll literally just leave my apartment, grab a granola bar or cereal, and then just like leave.
That's the most
So-
important meal of the day. Though.
I know, I'm
they
so
teach you-
bad.
They teach you that at a young age.
Yeah.
It's always been like that. And like, especially with like me being an athlete, like before 6 a.m. practices, I don't eat anything.
Yeah.
And then I get home and I'm like, oh, I don't really like eggs and I don't really like oatmeal. So I just like don't eat a lot.
Yeah.
I
you
need to
skip
stop
breakfast.
that.
Yeah.
But I eat a really big like lunch so that I hopefully figures out I need to stop. Like it's not good
Yeah,
for
get
me.
on that breakfast grind here.
Right. Okay. That's all really the questions that I have for you guys. So we're going to jump right into, we did this topic last time too, but I think because we're in preseason, it's good to talk about things that aren't hockey just yet. A lot of it can be hockey, but talking about summer. So what did you guys do for summers, like fun activities, and like maybe your favorite memories you guys have from summer?
I mean, I stayed down in Mankato. Me and Frenchie stayed in Mankato
Okay.
most of the summer working out. But I think my favorite memory this summer was probably going up north, Alexandria.
Oh,
My family and
yeah.
another family went camping and just kind of
Okay.
did the
For sure.
boating and fishing, which was pretty fun. Good weather, so it was nice.
That's the one thing, you have to have good weather when
Yeah.
you go camping because it couldn't be like
Oh, yeah.
horribly awful.
Yeah, we're here for most of summer, but
Mhm.
right after the school year ended, I had to go on a mission trip to Honduras.
Oh, awesome.
So that was
wow.
that was probably the highlight of the summer. And then we
Mhm.
came here and trained and all that good stuff. We got to play some golf with my dad, my brothers. So yeah, between the mission trip and just getting to be with my family, be the highlights.
Cool.
Yeah, so I went back home to Cleveland after the season ended and
Yeah.
kind of just hung out with my family, my brother that just graduated from Ohio State. And then we just went golfing quite a bit. And as a family, we went to a tribe game. We kind of try to do that, get club seats and do
Yeah.
the whole thing up there. So
That's awesome.
probably the highlight. So
My highlight probably would be I went to Texas twice and went down to South Padre because that's where my boyfriend is originally from. He plays baseball here, but he's from like Austin, Texas. Went down there one time, did like the whole Austin thing, which you like everyone should go. It's like the best place to go in Texas. And then we went to South Padre, and that was really fun to get to go to the beaches and do all that because I live in Fairmont, Minnesota. So it's like 45 minutes south, and it's like 5 lakes in our town. So going to like the ocean versus the lakes are really cool. But like, and that too, and probably just being on like the water, wake surfing, like wakeboarding. That's probably another highlight of the summer too. So where's your guys like hometowns from?
So I'm from Coon Rapids, Minnesota.
Oh,
so it's
yeah,
just 20 minutes
okay.
north of the Twin Cities.
Okay.
So that's where I grew up my
Okay,
entire
cool.
life. So
Yeah, I grew up in St. Cloud and then moved to Woodbury, and that's where I currently am.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I grew up in Rocky River, Ohio, just a small suburb outside of Cleveland.
Yeah. So what brought you like here to Minnesota State, Charlie?
I think I was in a little tournament in Chicago, AAA tournament, my U18 year, and Coach Todd Cannot kind of recruited me out of there.
Okay.
And honestly, I didn't really hear much. I didn't know much about Minnesota State at the time. Kind of just knew about the Gophers or whatever, and that's kind of how I got
took it from
here.
there.
Yeah.
I would assume you guys hometown kind of thing, like home state. Like, did you guys like know of maybe I wanted to go to like play at University of Minnesota, or were you looking at other like schools to play at, or did you guys know that Minnesota State was like the place for you guys?
Out of high school, Minnesota State was the first team to kind of have interest in me.
Okay.
And I committed first, so I didn't really have another option after I committed. So,
okay.
Yeah, and then I was out of high school and then played 2 years of juniors in Omaha. So yeah, I mean, you kind of have dreams of playing in different places as you grow up as a child.
Yeah.
But then it becomes more realistic as you get older, and
exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, getting towards juniors and being able to come here, which is close to family, so my mom can come down all the time every weekend and watch. And my brother he lives in Waseca. He's a teacher and coaches hockey there, so he can shoot over. So it's a good spot. So
yeah,
close to home.
Waseca. Oh, bad memories.
Blue Jays.
They were in my conference for high school for Fairmont.
The
they were
Blue
always
Jays.
so good. It was so upsetting. But the one thing they weren't like, because I ran track, so the one thing that we were like always kind of had one up on them was track. So it was like, so that hurts that you're from, like, you have relatives from there. But we're gonna go now, switch into our gears into hockey, since we just kind of talked about that a little bit. I'm gonna do a schedule breakdown, and we're just gonna talk about just how the schedule month to month, October, November, what games you guys have, road games, and then what you kind of guys are looking forward to going to the places and being at home and switching gears. So as you know, you guys have your Mount Royal game on October 5th, and that's kind of not official. And your official one is for home is Arizona and then North Dakota in October, and then away is Alabama Huntsville. So what are you guys most looking forward to with those games and just kind of getting back into the swing of it?
I think just being at home and getting back into the games and just, having the fans there, it's kind of get us pumped up and just kind of get back into a routine, just kind of doing the Thursday pregame skates and stuff, going to Charlie's, get steak dinners, and kind of just doing that whole thing gets going again. So
you guys go to Charlie's?
Yeah, we do every Thursday. Yep.
Every Thursday, steak dinner, pretty decent.
Pretty decent is right.
Yeah.
I actually never been there, but I've heard that they have like really good, like probably the best steakhouse. Like, is it the only steakhouse in Mankato?
Number 4. That counts as a steakhouse.
That does.
They got a great steak there too.
Yeah.
They got a little like fondue dip on top, which is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Truffle fries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Scheid's been there once or twice.
That place is amazing.
Is that your favorite place? Switching back to gears. So then November we've got home against Bowling Green, Anchorage, Alaska, and then away we've got Michigan Tech, and then a big one I would think and assume is UMD, but it's at their place. What are you guys feeling about going up to Duluth? How is that game going to be for you guys? I know it's like a lot of this is looking ahead, but you kind of got to do that in hockey. You've kind of got to look towards the future and like think about the plan. So how do you feel about those couple games?
I think, you can go ahead. No, you go.
No, you.
Yeah, I mean, we played in Duluth before. Was that 2 years ago, sophomore year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played up in Duluth, then we lost to them. So, it'll be good to get back up there and have a little revenge on them. And it'll just be good to get in the rhythm of things like Charlie was saying too. Start playing games, and you try not to look forward too much. Just keep every weekend in front of you and just focus on practice right now and every day getting better. But no, we definitely look forward to those big games, and Duluth will certainly be one of those.
So then we got December. We've got away at Lake State, and then home at Lake State actually, and then away in Northern Michigan, and then Mary UT Classic, which is obviously probably going to be up in the Minneapolis. And so the big one we've got is home versus Lake State. Kind of looking back towards last year, and how are you guys feeling about getting back there and making a statement saying we're not gonna maybe lose towards this game, we're gonna keep the record clean? I mean, do you guys have any like vengeance? Or are you pretty just like it's in the past, we're looking forward, like Josh said, maybe like day by day, not too looking forward too much?
Yeah, I think each weekend for us is big. I think we just, it starts on Monday and goes into the weekend. So I think we're excited for everyone that we play. we won't take any weekend for granted. So I think every weekend here on the schedule, especially in the middle of the season, will be huge for us.
All right, so then we've got January, Alaska and Bemidji's home, and then away is Ferris State, BG, and then Anchorage. And this one kind of, I'm going to ask about Anchorage more because it's away. You guys going all the way up to Alaska. What do you guys do? Do you guys fly? I mean, and like how long ahead do you go, and how much of like a little bit exhausting journey is it for you guys, I would assume, since it's so far away?
Yeah, it's a big trip. We normally leave on Wednesday. We fly into Seattle. It's about a 3-hour flight, then into either Anchorage or Fairbanks. It's like another 3-hour flight. So yeah, it's a long trip, but we get there a day ahead of time we usually skate that night.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, get our legs going, and just one extra day of preparation because of the travel. But yeah, it's just like any other weekend, traveling, flying. So we take one extra day to prepare, but yeah.
Yeah, was it sophomore year? We went up there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Played Anchorage, then Fairbanks.
Yeah.
Really?
So that was pretty crazy, yeah.
So we're up there for 12 days.
Yeah.
If you are going to be up there for 12 days that long, how are classes? Like, how do you, like, do the professors just are like, okay, we're going to be gone for 2 weeks, like, we get it? Like, they kind of understand, because obviously
it was spring break. It was winter break still,
oh, was it? So then that worked out perfectly.
So it worked out for us.
Okay.
Yeah, it only affected 1 week, so we sent emails to the teachers.
Yeah. And they kind of just are good with it. Because we were talking with Nick, and he was just talking about, like, how you guys are all pretty, like, strict, obviously, on going to class, because that's, like, you need that, and then you kind of work with the professors on stuff. So, I mean, obviously, you guys have to go to class. Like, you can't skip out class and kind of eligibility and whatnot. But that's pretty important and a pretty big thing. Is it pretty hard to be, like, for you guys' perspective, a student athlete, especially for Minnesota State, when having hockey and, workouts, lifting, eating right, doing all this stuff, and then schoolwork on top of it?
Yeah, I think at first, like, coming in as a freshman, you in juniors, you didn't do school. You graduated high school and played juniors, and you kind of just focus on hockey at that time. And then you come in as a freshman, and you're doing these workouts, and you're shocked. You're like, oh, then you got to go to class, and then find a time to eat lunch, then go to practice. But then over time, you find the balance and kind of figure it out, and it's not terrible, not too bad.
How it is. I get it. Like I said, and we talked about last time, because I'll be referring a lot to last time. You guys don't know unless you listen to the podcast, which you should. Available on Apple and Spotify and Google Podcasts. If anyone knew, I don't know if anyone listens to Google Podcast, but it's also there. But we were talking I do D3 and then they do D1, and it's just such a big game. It's just so different though, because even with me, I do a lot. I'm stressed sometimes because we got lifting 3 days a week. We've got practice 3 days a week. We've got meets every single weekend. I go for like you guys, you start early. You start in October. I start in November and then go on till whenever. So it's just really hard, I think, being a student athlete and just going through the grind. But we're going to jump into the last month before playoffs. And it's February, which is home is Northern Michigan, and then Alabama, Huntsville, and then away is only Bemidji. So, I mean, is it on purpose that you guys are dwindling down your games more and more during the month before you get to March so you can be more fresh, or is that just how the schedule plays out for you guys?
I think it's just randomized. I think the WCHA decides who plays on who what weekend. I believe. I don't know for sure. I'm just
I'm
on a limb right now.
I don't know what's going on. It's gotta happen. I just gotta make up a response. Well, you would think too. I mean, it kind of just makes sense, because you don't want to be you don't want to have a month of November where you've got 4 or 5 games right before playoff season, because you guys want to stay loose, and hopefully you guys get again do the have the place you play at is Civic Center. Sorry, I messed that up last week so bad. I said Verizon Center, and then Mark was Mark's that's not a thing. I was like, okay, Mark, I'm sorry. But so, I mean, I would think that's a thing. But you guys are, I mean, the games that are at home, I would say Alabama and Northern Michigan. Is Northern Michigan going to be a little bit more of a hard one, do you think? Or is they both going to be pretty difficult for you guys? What's your takes?
I think both weekends are going to be pretty difficult. Okay. And in college hockey, I feel like anyone can beat anyone. Okay. So every weekend's huge, and every Friday. You just got to take it day by day in the weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and at the end of the year, too, points can be so tight for your conference. So, I mean, they're all important games, especially near the end there. Those could be the games that separate you from first to second. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to talk now and switch gears since we're done breaking down the schedule. And we're going to go to leadership and senior class. Obviously, you guys are all seniors. And you guys, and then on the last podcast, they were all seniors. And then we've got one more. Hookinson, isn't he a senior as well?
Yep.
So that's a pretty big senior class compared to last year, which you had, like, there was like 3, maybe 4, considering you guys don't have Israelison anymore as a goalie.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like 4. This is pretty big and pretty different. So what are you guys like? How do you guys deal with that in the leadership aspect of it, since you guys have been there the longest and you guys do also have a big recruiting class for like 7 or 8 guys? So how is the leadership part of it? How do you do that in practice and games and things like that?
Yeah, I think we have a close-knit class. We all live in the same college house.
Okay.
So we're all connected in the same house, and I think we just all chip in on the leadership.
Yeah.
Some people might talk more than others, and then some others might try to lead by example. Okay. So I think we've done a great job so far.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we just feed off of each other. I mean, Rivy's wearing the C, and Marcus probably wearing the C as well. And I mean, those guys talk pretty much, and we kind of just lead by example. Yeah. In certain drills and certain plays and the workout room and stuff like that. So. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I think we all bring something different to the table too. Something together as a group. It's a pretty good leadership group, and we got a lot of newcomers this year too. So just trying to lead by example, like they said, and
roll with it. So since you guys are seniors, last chance feeling right now, a little bittersweet. You're going out, and it's your last shot at this. It's your last shot at McNaughton and Jeff Sauer, and a conference, and just even going to the NCAA tournament and giving it everything you've got. How are you guys feeling about that? Are you a little bit sad? Are you a little bit maybe excited to get going?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're probably all pretty excited to get going, and obviously a little sad as well. But I mean, life goes by fast and time flies, and you just gotta enjoy the little thing, enjoy every moment, and kind of just leave it all out there. So.
Wow, that was perfect, Charlie.
It was beautiful.
I appreciate that.
Should be in a brochure.
Wow, I appreciate that.
Wow.
So I didn't want to tear up at all.
We're all crying after, and Greg's like, "What happened?" I was like, "It's just so beautiful. It was just so great." I think that that's a big thing too, and that's maybe why, like, because you've been in the game so long that you know those kinds of things. And it's going to be for, like, anyone that does any sport, that you want to give it everything you've got, do everything. But, I mean, when it gets to the end, it gets to the end. Remember my senior year of high school, I, like, cried like a baby after I got done with track. Because I made it all the way. I made it to state, and I did everything. But, like, after it, it's just, you're so sad or happy, and there's so many emotions that it just kind of gets the best of you. But I know you guys will probably use that and do great things this year. Let's hope. So... speaking of this year, what are we thinking? You guys personally like to ask this because it's preseason and we're kind of getting in the mold, and you guys obviously have different opinions than Parker and Mark and Nick. So how are we feeling towards this year, and how our practices actually been going?
I think we're all excited about this year. I think we're all excited about getting it going, and how we have Mount Royal next weekend. Yeah. Practices have been going good. Yeah. Today was a great battle day.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, today was a great grind day, so it was good to grind it out with the boys, and it makes you feel good after. Yeah.
What did you guys do for practice today? Did you guys just, like, do a lot of, like, conditioning or, like, drills, or, like, do you guys scrimmage? Is that a thing that we do?
Yeah, here and there. But today I think we did a lot of 3-on-2 stuff and a lot of 5-on-5 stuff, honestly, just working on an offensive zone and defensive zone coverage and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a pretty tough practice today, I'd say. But it was good. We all got better. So
you got to have those. You have to have those, because if you want to be a better team, you've got to do it. You got to, like, the saying that I think is really cool is train insane or remain the same. If you're gonna,
like that.
Yeah, isn't it awesome?
That's good.
That was good. That's the first time I ever heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we had that on our, like, track shirts one year, and I was like, yeah, ooh. Like, these practices make me want to, like, hurt. Like, they hurt so bad, but they're for a reason. Everything is for a reason, and you're pushing it and you're training if you're not doing it. And you got to think about other teams too. I mean, if you're gonna play it even and other teams are pushing it harder, like Bowling Green, it's you never know if that's going to be a thing again this year or they're going to strike back, which, speaking of that, have you guys seen their like new video and stuff and like their mantra or motto?
Yeah, I think I saw it on Twitter.
It's kind of
like the revenge tour or something like that.
Yes, the revenge tour.
Yeah, I think I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, we saw that here at the studio. We're like, oh, that's how you wanted to like roll it, you know, because you never, personally, we always say you never want to live in the past. If Charlie makes a great play and has a great, like a career game, right? But I don't get to interview him until the week goes by. We're not going to air that because even though it was a great game, you've got another game coming up. Yeah. So for that, it's kind of like you're in the past. But I mean, so what do you guys think about that? How they come out with that? Like, are you excited? Maybe feel like a little bit there's like a target on your back, or what?
I think every time we play them, it's always a hard matchup, a hard hitting game, and fast paced game. So I think both teams are excited to play each other this year.
Yeah, I mean they swept us at home last year, and we got the better of them at the end of the year. But yeah, we're looking forward to playing them as well. So
that'll be really good. I mentioned kind of target on the back kind of thing, and I want to go to this. It's kind of like the preseason polls. You guys saw that, right?
Yep.
And WCHA, like they took the polls and they got you at number 1. And then they've got, I think, Nathan Smith as maybe the Rookie of the Year. And then in the media, we also got WCHA number 1. What do you guys think about that? Do you read too much into that or not even at all? You're like, okay, it's just people's like thoughts. We got to like maybe match up to it, or we don't even like, it's whatever.
Yeah, I don't think we pay too much attention to it because it's kind of just outside noise. But I mean, it's nice that they're saying nice things about us, and we've proven that. You know, I mean, we lost one game at home and had the best record in since, I don't know, was it Division II when they national championship team? We had like 32 wins or something. Yep. So I mean, we've proven it, but I think we don't look too far into it. It's kind of just background noise, and we kind of just come to the rink every day and try to get better.
And kind of like a show up day by day mentality. Because Nick mentioned something about that. He's like, and like I think even like Ian, you said something about this earlier in the podcast. Like you got to go day by day with it, and you can't like look too much forward or read too much into it because then you get too cocky, maybe is the word, too confident, and then like things that you don't want to happen. So I think we're going to go into the last topic for the podcast. It's going to be incoming people. So we talked about the big senior class, and I mentioned this big recruitment class. So we got 7 to 8 guys, and one of them is Nathan Smith, who we talked about just right now in the preseason poll. How are you guys meshing together as a team? What do you guys do to try to like bonding wise and impressions? Whoever. You guys can think and like take a second.
Bonding wise, we have the team golf outing, and so we get groups of 4 or 5, and that gets pretty fun. It gets there's usually winner gets a steak dinner at one of our coach's house.
Oh, and, okay.
The players won the last 2 years.
We talked about that last time. I thought I was going to hope you would bring that up. Because I'm like, I hope to have some of the coaches in here and you guys know that that's going to be a topic of it. Like I've already like mentioned or like in the back of my mind, I'm like, we need to bring this up and not be like, shove it in their face. Be like, so you guys lost? Right? How do you feel still? But I mean, golfing, I could never do that. I'm sorry for you two and anyone. I think golfing is not my sport. No. I have no patience whatsoever. I can't do it. But I mean, I feel like that would be a really fun like bonding activity. Is there anything else that you guys like do just besides golfing?
Yeah, we did a team building exercise too. We went to the high ropes course back on campus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did. I don't even know what we did, but we did a bunch of team bonding stuff for like a couple hours. It was pretty helpful. And yeah, I mean, we're here all summer together, 6 weeks, and we live together. So we were all older classmen, and we have 2 houses right next to each other. So we had a freshman in one house, they had a freshman in one house. Everyone takes a freshman in, and yeah, I mean, through that time, you just, show them the ropes, get to know them better. Yeah, so we've been with each other for a while now, getting to know them, show them the way. So.
Yeah, I think we went bowling one day, and that's pretty fun, just going bowling, just like what Frenchie's saying. Like, one of the reasons I came to Mankato is because the guys I met on my visit. You know, they're just so close and buddy, and it's nice having that, and I think we've done a pretty good job welcoming these guys, and feel like we're fitting pretty well together.
Yeah. Well, that's really good to hear, because meshing together, becoming a team, like knowing each other's ins and outs and knowing how they play is going to be the biggest thing for you guys, because if you guys don't mesh together as a team and do well as a team, it's not going to be the best. It's not going to be good. So the fact that you guys are doing that is totally awesome. So, yeah, that's really everything I've got, and I thank you guys so much for coming. If you guys want to take any pictures, post this, talk about this, we're going to try to get this up not Tuesdays. We film it on Tuesdays, but Thursdays or Fridays. This last weekend was a little bit rough because we just got it done on a Monday, which is the first one, but we will get this out. It is on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Google Podcast, and like about 8 other platforms. So Maverick Hockey Live Podcast, look it up, and you should see a new one up shortly. But thanks for joining us, guys, and come back next week and we will have, who knows, someone. I don't know who.
Thank you.
You're
welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.